So, Peter, for our new viewers, give us an introduction to GTA Resources and the projects that you have in your portfolio.
GTA Resources is a tightly held company. We have, amongst other things, 1.2 million ounces of gold under I plus I, under a 43-101 in North Shore. North Shore is in the world-famous Hemlo camp. We like that area so much that last year we purchased another property there named Big Duck Lake. We drilled it in the fall, and as you've seen, we've had some pretty good results out of that drill program.
You know, we've seen intercepts from there almost 823 grams per ton recently. What does that tell you about the potential of the property? And obviously it's in the Hemlo Gold Camp, which is world famous.
Right. That whole area has been worked for many years, but there's been areas that haven't been explored for one reason or another. There are 46 confirmed mineralized showings at surface, including copper. That tells us that that property is polymetallic, it's mineralized. It's our job now to go find the mineralization and prove how economic it can be.
Do you have any plans to sort of prove up those results over the near term?
We will be back in the field with the drill program later this summer, targeting the Coco Estelle area and the copper showing towards the southwest of the Porphyry. We think that there's a real parallel between that Porphyry and the Moose Lake Porphyry. Not many people know the name Moose Lake Porphyry, but they know the Hemlo mine itself. And the source of the ore that fed the Hemlo mine was the Moose Lake Porphyry. We think we have a Moose Lake lookalike.
So you talked about North Shore as well, where you have 1.2 million ounces. What are you planning there? What is that sort of telling you there?
I was just in Thunder Bay for the Northwestern Ontario Prospectors Association, where we met with our good friends at Pays Plat First Nation. We're working with Pays Plat on getting government funding to hopefully do some engineering studies and construct a road capable of taking all the trucks that would be needed to do open pit mining there. So we're doing exploratory work to see how we can put it into production.
And then you have another couple of properties as well, not necessarily in Hemlo, but outside of the camp. Can you tell us a little bit more about those properties? Describe them for us.
The original property we acquired was in 2010 up in northern Ontario near Hearst, the home of Claude Giroux. It's a 60-kilometer long green belt that we appear to own 100% of. We can't raise money to work that. I can't face the shareholders and tell them we're spending money on grassroots exploration. It's a good property, it's in good standing, so we will keep it in reserve and work it later. We also have a very nice zinc-lead property in Newfoundland called Burnt Pond. Burnt Pond is right next door to the old Duck Pond mine that had been producing by Teck for about 9 or 10 years. We think we have similar geology, we think we're on trend, and we'll be back in Hemlo doing some work, in Burnt Pond, doing some work proving up the property.
So what's the longer term vision for the company? Are you planning to perhaps advance these to a certain point, or looking for partnerships, or what's your plan?
The junior markets overall, right now, unless you're going to say that you're mining cryptocurrencies, is an extremely difficult place to be. So management has to be creative and intelligent in finding efficient ways of advancing projects. So if we had a joint venture partner, we'd be happy. If we had an option partner, we'd be happy. Or we'll raise the funds ourselves and advance the projects on our own. We're open to any suggestion that helps build value for the shareholders.
Well, Peter, on that note, what sort of catalysts do investors have to look forward to?
The driver this year will be being back in the field at Big Duck Lake. We know it's a mineralized area. The results that you referred to were, we called them bonanza gold. So we'll get back in there and prove up numbers.
And Big Duck Lake is the focus for now?
Yes.
Yeah.
And until we can get our engineering in place at North Shore with our First Nations partners, then we'll focus on Big Duck.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Peter.
Always nice to see you.